Hi, this is Danny T, and welcome to the Leadership edition of the MREA Book Club. This is Tab 1, The Fundamentals. Let's get to it. You should already have your Leadership edition, but if you don't, you can get them online at kellerinc.com. Hey, so the first thing, models before creativity. That's the first thing. Models are the basis of everything. Gary said success leaves clues, and that we can go where other people have gone. You've asked them where they've been. You can observe what they've done and how they got there, and you follow that. And so the models, when they've been tested and proven, you just stick to the basic models. And then you add the creativity. The creativity, it's necessary. And there's a lot of creative people out there. I think our industry attracts creative people. The problem is you get caught up in creativity and forget about the model. So what happens is that everybody has natural ability, right? So you've got your own natural ability. Everybody does. I know that we run into those people who are like just amazing. They have so much ability that they blast through what is expected of a typical new, one-year agent, or those rookies that just do amazing. That's cool. The reality is models will get anybody through those levels. You take your own natural ability, at some point, sooner or later, you hit the ceiling. Sooner or later, you'll hit the ceiling. Again, that's in different places for different people, that's fine. But no matter what, as you go up, you're going to hit the natural ability. So what do you got to do? You got to add models. You add the models and pour that in, and that gets you the breakthrough, right? That gets you the breakthrough to new achievement. And that just is the way it is. And it always will be. So then that new level, you add the creativity, you hit another ceiling, and then you break through. You add the models. You make sure the models for that level of business. As you go to hiring your first agent, as you get a team, there's always a plateau, and you've got to add the models, add creativity on top of models. Models are the basis. Okay? It's always that way. It's always going to be. So the first model we want to talk about is the 3 L's. All right? The 3 L's is absolutely essential. It's the fundamental, it's the basic, it's the always go-to thing. When the shift happened, everybody was rocking and rolling. Right before the shift, everybody's having a great time, selling everything, just listing and throwing it out there and sell for full price or more every single day. When the shift happened, we found out who was sticking to models and who was just playing with creativity. So what's the first L? We got leads. If you have enough leads, there are no other issues. Right? Gary said, until you have enough leads, there are no other issues. Until you have enough leads, there are no other issues. Every person you talk to, every person you consult, if they have enough leads, okay, you go to the next topic. If they don't have enough leads, that's the topic. That's the issue. Don't do anything else. Focus on that. If you're talking about recruiting, if you're not making enough phone calls, if you don't have enough leads, enough agents to talk to, that's the issue. That is the issue all the time. Once you get enough leads, then the natural outcome of that is the second L, which is listings. You get enough leads, you'll have enough listings. It applies to every business and everywhere you go. You get enough leads, it gets you to having enough listings. When and only when you have done and are doing all that you can do. That takes you to the third L, which is leverage. Right? We all know this. It's drilled into our head, but so often we forget. Leads. Enough leads gets you enough listings, which makes you require leverage. Then you need more leads, because now you've got somebody doing some of that work. You need to pay them. You've got to get more leads, which makes you get more listings, which makes you need to leverage more. It's that simple. That is the basic foundational model that controls everything else of the millionaire real estate agent. So when we talk about the millionaires, the last thing in the tab 1 that's covered is the path of a millionaire real estate agent. So the very first thing, all the research, we just keep doing it over and over and over, and we still find out that everything starts, there's my clock, everything starts with thinking like a millionaire real estate agent. And that applies to team leaders and OPs. When you're trying to take your office to the next level, you've got to get your head on straight. You've got to see where you're going, and you've got to just own it in your mind. And once you begin to think like a millionaire real estate agent or a millionaire real estate team leader or OP or MCA, when you get your head on straight about that and you're thinking, then you do the actions that a millionaire real estate agent, TLOP, then you do the actions that they do, and then what happens? The outcome is that you begin to earn what a millionaire real estate agent, TLOP, what a millionaire agent does earn. Think it first. Then you get your mindset, you begin to operate in that reality, you begin to earn. Of course, then as you continue to grow your company, as you continue to grow the team, you begin to net. That's when you get to the netting $1 million, and then of course achieving $1 million. Receiving. Said it wrong. Receiving $1 million. So you got, that's the path of the MRA. All right? That's the tab 1. That's all there is. I'd love to talk about the different things that happen here as far as leverage, what that can look like, whether that's your first hire. We always say it needs to be administrative. We've seen people do different things. Love to have a conversation about that. Would like to talk about what does this look like in a team leader role? What does this look like in an MCA role? What does this look like in an OP? Love to hear that conversation down below. Post your thoughts, your comments. Love to hear more. If you want to do a video, you want to post that. That would be awesome. Also, how do you consult to this? How do you work through this when you identify people that need help in this area? So let's have that conversation. I appreciate the opportunity to share this with you. Love to hear what you think. So post it, upload a video, whatever you want to do. Let's talk. Have a great week.